Hey Duke, stay up here. We're taking a nap. Come here. The scenery in your background is so gorgeous. Thanks, Dali. How are you? I hope you're doing good. Duke, come here. Sit down. I hope you guys are doing good. I'm just drinking my mushroom coffee. Hello, I'm 28 years old, 180 kilograms. My heart grew because of high blood pressure. Do you have advice? Yeah, I do have advice. Probably it's best to book a time with me so we can talk about it and write you up a full protocol. So definitely reach out to me and book a time, because there's a lot of different information you actually have to apply to stop the progression. I have seen that. Does it taste good? It does actually. I like it. There's two different kinds. There's one that comes with the MCT oil, MCT powder and coconut, and one it doesn't. So I have the other one that it doesn't. It's actually it's not sweet or nothing. It's very good actually. I put about a teaspoon per small cup. That's usually they recommend about 250 ml. I go, this is almost like half the 250. Usually it tastes much better when I blend it with the MCT oil, but my blender is broken. So I ordered a new one. It's supposed to arrive tomorrow. Marek, how are you? Good to see you there. I will definitely book. Your knowledge is very interesting. Thank you. And definitely we can stop the progression of the blood pressures very easily. We just have to make sure your biomarkers are looked after quite well. Can planking help with loose skin when losing weight? Yeah, anything that is isometric, and you gotta increase the collagen production. Now, the only reason we tend to have so much loose skin is because we were insulin resistant, and when you become insulin sensitive and you lose weight so rapidly, your collagen stretch molecule doesn't actually activate properly, and that's why we end up having such a loose skin. I have seen Time Maurice, Time. Bro, how did you get old? Nice. Good day. How to raise my pH levels? For what? For your acidic level in your gut? You want to make sure it's between 1.5 and 2.5 max. I take collagen daily and fast 100 hours rolling. Awesome. Yeah, collagen, make sure you take it correctly. So every 100 grams of protein, you have to be consuming at least 10 grams of collagen. If you consume under 100 grams of protein, then make sure you only consume about 5 grams daily. Haven't seen you live in forever. It has been a while. It has been a while actually. So I had been traveling between the city and off location. I still have to go back to the city, pick up some more stuff and some furniture. It's been busy and I've been booked. I've been booked quite a bit actually. So I'm starting to take 2 days off a week so I can enjoy the summer. So today is the first day that's actually getting nice and warm. and hopefully stays like that. So I can do some work outside. I already start to kind of move my lumber up so I can finish my guest room that I'm trying to build. I don't know if I can finish it this year or not, but that's the plan for this year. So we'll see how it goes. So far, it's not bad. Just don't have a whole lot of time. Um, Preferred shaved or bush? Where are you from? I'm in Canada right now. I want to thank you for all your advice. My blood work hasn't been this good in years. We can definitely optimize it. You know, there's a specific blood work you guys have to get. You cannot just get your basic, what the doctor recommends. You have to get a specific kind based on your specific issues so we can actually address these biomarkers. And once we address these biomarkers, yeah, we do have to have certain supplementation to fulfill the missing gaps. And once we fulfill the missing gaps, we can start to optimize everything. And once everything's optimized, we can go on a maintenance level to make sure you are getting it from food. If you're not getting it from food, then you're going to be on some of these supplements for a long time. Where are you? I'm in Canada, in BC. We're in Canada and British Columbia right now. How to become more insulin sensitive? Fasting, low carb diet. Make sure you shift all your carbohydrates to last meal of the day. Read my latest article I posted on Substack. It shows you everything, how to kind of configure your HbA1c, fasting glucose, everything, and how to actually address everything towards your lifestyle based on your your circadian level. Would you fight Bruce Lee? Bruce Lee, I'm a huge fan of Bruce Lee. Since I was a little kid, I've always watched him. Any new ebooks? I'm actually, everybody that bought my previous ebook on blood pressure, I actually start to revise it. So I went from 11 pages to 84 pages. So I'm focusing on that. And I did have one of the major publisher company I'm working with on a new book that I can't really tell you what it's all about, but it's not been out there yet. It's going to be launched in about 9 months. It's going to be about 36 to 42 different chapters. So that's been taking a lot of my time to write everything down. In it is going to be a lot of valuable information. I do need to eat better, but the supplements are helping 100%. Lymphocytes 10, blood high. There's inflammation in the body when your lymphocytes are high. I'm asked to take beta blockers, but they don't agree with me. Can you help? Beta blockers, all they're doing is blocking the calcium, so therefore magnesium work. But the whole idea is we need to fix certain deficiencies, and you don't need to take beta blockers. Keep in mind, beta blockers have a major side effect where they can actually increase your homocysteine levels as a side effect. Best supplements for kidneys, there's astragalus, there's some European substrate supplements we can take, there's NMN, there's TMG, there's a lot of different methods. It depends whether the kidney is in different stages or not, but we have to kind of have everything kind of in a protocol. You cannot just take random supplements and hoping that it works for you. There's a lot on usually I like to read every single question that actually gets put out, but there's certain individuals out there, they just like to have fun. Beta blockers help my anxiety. Yeah, they do help uh, slightly, but you're not really fixing the root cause. All you're doing is just blocking it. Hi, friend. Fucked up. I stopped statins, Ozempic for a year, and these days I did a blood test. Okay. We'll come back. Missed you and Duke this winter. Hope all is well. Everything is good, lady. It's getting there. We're back here, so hopefully everything will look better soon. Cholesterol 7.6, LDL 5.5, HDL 0.6, 14.5, ratio frequency. Yeah, okay, so what's wrong with that? Your cholesterol levels are irrelevant without knowing whether it's being oxidized or not. Cholesterol has nothing to do with heart disease. What country? I'm in Canada. Will you have to do a tour of your property one day? Well, let's do it right now. Let me put my shoes on. Let me grab my shoes. They're inside. Give me a sec. I was just taking a break because we're moving some logs. Me and Duke and kind of got tired, so I thought I'd do some coffee, and I'll give you guys a little slight tour of what's happening. Hey Maurice and Duke, missed you both. Nice to see you again. Likewise, Lexi, I hope you're doing well. I wish I could talk and more. Duke, leave the bees alone. He keeps biting them. He keeps going after the bees. What do you recommend to do? What do I recommend to do? Book a time with me. Let's talk. If you're gonna get off cholesterol and we don't know whether your cholesterol LDL are actually being oxidized or not, we need to actually figure that out. What can someone in their 50s do to improve cardio? HIIT training, 3 times a week. Or you can do what I do. I go all the way down to the hill and I run up. Do that 3 times, me and Duke. That's the only way I can get my strength going. Love Duke. Okay, where is Duke? Let's go do a tour. Let's switch the camera so you guys can see Duke while we're actually walking the boy. Hey, wanna go for a little walk? Come go see, show everybody. So we'll come back to the house first. Let's go from outside. So this section here, I'm gonna do another deck. I already got my lumber came in, and I got lots, and I got stuck lifting this one here. This is a 6x8 12 foot, and I couldn't even lift it anymore. The damn thing weighs like 250 pounds or so. It's pretty heavy. So I'm gonna actually put a guest room here almost. So we'll see how that goes. I got my cherry trees the other day. They got delivered. Duke, let's go walk. So I got my container there. That's gonna be my garage, where I store everything. I got 3 freezers in there, so I'm gonna fill it up with about 600 pounds of yak meat. So this way I don't have to worry about the food too much. So there's the tiny house. It's attached to the travel trailer. Everything is done. The inside is done, most of it. I'm just getting these water barrels ready so I can get clean water. So let's walk around. I got some more lumber here from last year. I'll get a brighten the screen. I can see. You guys can see me good? Okay, that's good. So let's walk. So I got all this is all the wood for the winter that I've been cutting and storing. Let's walk around. Let's go up. Hopefully we don't lose no signal, because I'm still waiting for a Wi-Fi booster. So I planted an apple tree last year. I don't eat apples, but when family comes and visit, they can have some. So there's my wild honey berries there. I took a piece and actually it's growing nicely. We got another apple tree. So this is a hazelnut tree as well. There's a little crown land. So I do have this temporary fencing so Duke doesn't go after any animals like he usually does all the time. So let's walk around. So this section here, once I take all the lumber from here and finish building the room, this section here I'll probably plant some trees in here or something, or make it into like a playground for Duke. So let's go back up. let's go inside. So this section here is going to be a big deck from here all the way to the end, and there's going to be one room in this section here where the trees are and my weights are. And the deck, I'm going to take that plastic off. Then we're going to have some polycarbonate probably. So let's go inside. Go ahead. Go ahead. So there's the inside. I'm still waiting to get some furniture. Duke. So there's a cedar table that one of the neighbor made it for me. We got the flooring done. We got the sides done. We got the door done. We have the wood stove installed. We did everything. Now I gotta remove a few pieces from the wall because I gotta install a big fan. So this way I can get airflow as well. And of course I have the trailer attached to here. I still have things all over the place because I haven't really finished. So we did that wall last year. We got the water. We got some yak meat for tonight. And this is a coffee that I was actually drinking. I don't know if you guys tried it or not. Let's go. So this is it. There's a place. That's it. Wait. Go. So Duke has been good actually. He hasn't been going through my door this year, which is nice. And there's a little view that we have for you guys. So that trailer at the end there, that's gonna be gone probably this year. Either I'm gonna probably sell it, so it's gone, so it won't be anything down on the bottom. And 2 days ago I picked up, I don't know if you guys can see it at the end there, I picked up a boat. It's all the way at the bottom. I don't know if you guys can see it from here. Hey Regal, how are you? I don't know if you can see the boat, so maybe when I go in the water this year, I don't know if we can do live from the boat or not. So we can try that out. There you go, that was a good little tour for you guys. Hopefully I didn't lose the connection. What do you recommend for pH level? Increase your salt intake. Make sure you front load salt in the morning as soon as you wake up. Start with 1/4 teaspoon of Himalayan salt, sea salt, a good form. That would be ideal. I take about a 1/2 teaspoon, and I take about a 1/2 teaspoon every 4 hours. So keep in mind, when you are on a low carb diet, like a ketogenic, carnivore, for example, we don't tend to hold as much fluid as we usually do. So you do require quite a bit of salt to actually keep your body hydrated correctly, keep functioning. Keep in mind, salt is really good as a frequency to allow the body to heal. So it is very, very necessary. I'm not talking about your white tablespoon that has anti-cake and a whole bunch of other garbage in it. So I'm talking about, your real Himalayan salt, sea salt that you can get your hands on. Regal, how you been? I hope you guys are doing good. Hopefully everybody's getting ready for the summer. So I won't stay very long. I just wanted to come in and see how you guys been doing. If you have any questions about anything, go for it. Ask me. I'm just keeping this channel nice and open in regards to the health and fitness. But definitely moving forward, I'll try to do a little bit more lives for you guys. Next Saturday morning, I'm doing a webinar for choroidal stenosis and the substrate supplements. If you guys want to join it, it's only going to be like about a half hour to an hour Saturday morning. So if you guys can actually join, I'll send you guys a link. Post the link on TikTok and on YouTube. If you guys can sign up, great. Do you take the salt with anything also, like magnesium? I usually, when I take salt by itself, and I drink water. Then I put a couple of drops of magnesium ionic chloride with the water when I actually drink. So that's where I get my magnesium from. Fantastic, Senior Maurice. Keep living your best life. I'm trying. I'm trying. Sometimes it's not easy. It's a little bit stressful, but it's a beautiful place. Very nice and calming. Maurice, I've started taking 180 micrograms K2. Is that an okay dose? I took 100 for years. That's not enough. Minimum 500 micrograms daily. I take about 600 micrograms daily to 1,000 micrograms. So we don't get enough from our diet, especially if we do have specific calcifications or specific issues with calcium. You want to make sure it's being redirected correctly, and it's best to actually consume vitamin K2, MK7 with last meal, because that's when your calcium is regulated in the evening, at night. Somebody's sending me a message on the phone. Let's go check it out. Dude, come and take a rest. You already played for 2 hours. He played 2 hours, went and played in the water, got all full of mud. The moment he sees me, I step outside, he wants to play again. This guy has way too much energy. Way too much energy. Dude, come here. Come and say hi to everybody. Look, everybody's watching you. Oops. Hey, there you are. Where have you been, brother? I'm back. Well, you guys been watching my videos. I try to do at least 2 videos. So I post 2 videos every day on TikTok, and I post at least 1 or 2 big videos on YouTube, and sometimes small short videos. How important is moringa? I don't know. I've tried moringa, didn't really work for me. The bioavailability of it is very, very low. And that's why it didn't really do a whole lot to me. I think when you are on a carnivore diet and you get a lot of dense nutrients, that sometimes certain supplementation I might test, I might not feel a difference. But hey, if it's working for you, you're getting some vitamins, minerals, by all means, go for it. If I want to get vitamins and minerals, I get it from salt. And I'm getting a new company here locally in Vancouver, British Columbia, Vancouver. They're going to send me a couple samples, actually. So I'm going to probably work a deal out with them. And I'll probably do a couple videos for them. Inositol for sleep is good. Yeah, 100%. I haven't tested it yet. The only thing is what I've been doing for sleep recently, I've been testing, I get my room like super, super cold. That's what I've been doing. One thing I changed. Now I'm actually testing ashwagandha with L-theanine before I sleep, and I've been taking a nitrate supplement. So far for the past 5 days, I've been going into deep sleep. The problem is I still wake up every day at 4 o'clock, so I'm getting a good 6 hours max. Wondering if I should start it. It depends what is your goal in regards to moringa. It depends on your goal. If your goal is to get, reduction of inflammation and others, you can try it out. But keep in mind, guys, anytime you buy a single supplement and you try it, for the 1 month, it's almost like you're wasting your money. So every time you guys buy a supplement, if you're not buying it for minimum 3 months to 6 months, so you can actually see what kind of benefits you're getting, don't bother, seriously, because from 1 month, you're not going to notice a difference. Those are great supplements. Adding magnesium is great. You look hot. Cheers. Thank you. If I book a call with you, is it phone call or video call? It's up to you. It could be a phone call or it could be video call. A lot of the patients, they like to do it video call. They gain more trust. We can interact. You can see the person's expression, everything. So it's up to you. You decide. I give you the option. Keep in mind, moringa is high in oxalates. Yes. So whoever was asking the question, so moringa is high in oxalates. So if you're gonna do that, just make sure you're not too sensitive to oxalate issues. So I'm not a huge fan. I've tried it for 1 month, but if you guys are gonna try it, I like to stick with my diet that I'm on. and I use very minimal supplementation. The only supplements I use is mostly designated for heart health more than anything else. Well, oxalates are like small crystals. They actually get deposits between the joints. And what happens is you get joint inflammation, arthritis, you get deposits in the arteries, you get vertigo issues. There's a lot of different things. Fan of sea moss? No, I'm not. I'm not a fan of sea moss either. Like I said, if I want to get any type of mineralization in my diet, I go directly to salt. I'll never want to add anything that influencers are trying to sell, from moringa to sea moss to a lot of other things out there. Everybody out there is trying to make a dollar, but the thing is, before we try to make a dollar, let's look into a lot of these products, what they can cost to our bodies, and can we actually afford taking them for the rest of our lives? If we're just going to try it out to see what happens, because a lot of this stuff, a lot of the hype, a lot of the videos you see, it's almost they're just trying to sell you the product and that's it. Danny, oh, you guys see that? Duke, leave it alone. That's a hummingbird. They started coming as of yesterday. It's pretty awesome. Said hi, Danny. What if I don't take synthetic vitamins? Then don't take synthetic vitamins. I'm not saying you should be taking. Leave the bird alone, Duke. Duke, try to catch them. I don't know why. Pink Himalayan salt is good. Yes. And how are you? I hope you're doing good. Thanks so much for posting that out. Guys, yeah, if you get a chance, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. It would be a great help because I do put a lot of valuable information and I kind of go into a lot more in depth into the videos. And if you guys like to read instead of listening to videos, you can actually go to my Substack. I post an article almost every single day. Christina, how are you? Is atherosclerosis reversible? Yes, it is, Maria, 100%. Go to my YouTube channel, watch I've done, my YouTube channel is mostly designated in regards to heart disease. So if you want to learn anything about heart disease, it would be a good way to actually get a grasp of everything I talk about. So on TikTok, I might put like a 30-second video or a 45-second video, but when you go on YouTube, you're gonna see like a 8-minute, 10-minute, 12-minute going into depth. And I do give a lot of protocols. Thanks, man. I knew something was missing. Hi, Maurice. Nice to see you live again. It's been so long. It has been a long time. I'm back now, so I'm back here off grid. So definitely we'll try to do as much as I could live, probably at least twice a week. I'm gonna try to kind of start booking. I think let's say Monday or Thursday off, so I'm not busy. So this way I can have live chats and I can focus on writing my book. So for sure. Do you do consultation? I do. My mom has some carotid buildup. We want to avoid statins. 100%. Yeah, Maria. If you get a chance to go to my website and book a time, for at least a good hour, we can go over everything with your mom. I can give her the full protocol. We can talk about everything in steps to at least we can stop the progression and start kind of doing some reversal. 100%. And have all your questions ready, when you book the time. We'll cover a lot of information, and I do cover a lot of information very fast. So if you get a pen and a paper, take some notes. If not, I'll write it down while I'm talking as well too. No problem. Duke is having too much fun. Yes, we have all her results. Okay, we'll be ready. Perfect. Yes. Perfect. Have all the results, everything. We'll review it. If there's anything missing, I'll definitely tell you what is required, and we can start the procedure. And keep in mind, a lot of the patients that I see, it's not a one-time call because we do follow-ups, make sure you are on the right track, you're taking the right supplementation, you're following the correct diet, you're taking enough salt in your diet. And one most important thing everybody has to keep in mind: stop using food as entertainment. Use food to satisfy your needs only. Don't think about food that, if you go hunger, something's going to happen. No, all that stuff is a myth. Because you either eat to feed a disease or you actually eat to heal one. So the whole idea, we all want to live a long time, a happy life, and it's not all about just shoving food down our gut and that's it, right? So eat whenever you require, and if there's major hunger or anything like that, question it. Anything that the outcome of the food you eat, if it's causing an issue, question it. Question the source. Find out what's going on. There's a lot of hidden information out there from all of us. And I think, this upcoming Saturday, next Saturday, when I do my first probably webinar, if you guys like it, like for a 30-minute and 15-minute Q&A, then I'll continue doing this every Saturday morning. It'll be more of a free educational course. Can I eat 6 hard-boiled eggs a day for when I'm hungry? 6, if you can have 6, go for it. I eat about 8 to 12, sometimes 10. It depends. Yeah, it's not gonna harm you. If anything, it's gonna help you. I'm on GLP-1, A1C from 6.4 to 5.6, not losing weight. The GLP-1, all it does is just it mimics certain things. When you get off of it, everything goes back to normal. It's not about just taking medication and hoping to lose weight. It's all about your diet, your fasting, the time frame that you should be eating. There's a lot of things to look into. Probably best if you get a chance to book a time with me, seriously, and we can have a full protocol. And I guarantee you'll probably be losing quite a bit of weight. I eat with intention to fuel and nurture my body. 100%, Christina. 100%. Best anti-inflammatory for gastritis, please. HCl, hydrochloric acid. Hi, Maurice. Good to see you. Hey, Anna. How are you? I hope you're doing good. Krill oil or fish oil better? Krill oil is quite good. It does not oxidize, but the problem is it's quite expensive too. If you want to get fish oil, I'd recommend you getting cod liver oil. Because fish oil, most of them from sardines or anchovies, they're highly oxidized. Cod liver oil is a lot more stable in the bottle. I just booked a Wednesday. Thank you. Sounds good. We'll chat then, Maria. Awesome. HCl, increased acid. Can you explain? Of course, you want to increase the acid. You want your gut acidity to be between 1.5 and 2.5. The moment your acidity goes above 2.5, you're actually allowing inflammation and pathogenics to thrive in your gut. So that's why hydrochloric acid is one of your most important supplementation if you're not able to actually get your acidity level to a proper number. Why do you think I eat almost 80 to 90% of my food I eat it raw for the past 10 years? I have no issues with my gut. I have no pathogenics or no issues because my hydrochloric level, my pH level is always between 1.5 and 2.5. Even if mucus layer is damaged. If mucus layer is damaged, then we have to actually add, DGL, or we have to add zinc carnosine to make sure that layer is actually being recovered. And if it's taking too long to recover it, then that's when we actually do some peptides to actually heal that mucus layer. We can do BPC 157 with TB 500 on a rotational about 6 to 8 weeks and kind of test the gut to see how it's working. How did you hook up the internet? I get that question asked a lot, so let me show you. See this big mountain behind me, guys? Right on top here, somebody locally, about an hour away from here, they built a tower. They put a tower there about, I think, 10 years ago. So that tower technically is supposed to give internet to the camping, because there's a camping site about 10 minutes away from here. So they're supposed to give them internet. So over the past, I think, couple years now, they start to give internet to anybody that is living off-grid locations like this. And the nice thing is with me, I get like direct sight. That's why my internet is like perfect here. If I was in a different location, I wouldn't have had any internet. I would have had to actually drive to town 25 minutes away to actually have these live chats. I would not be able to live here because all my work is online. I rely on it. I rely on it 100%. That's where my work is. Beautiful where you live. Thank you, Christina. Cheers. It's beautiful where I live, and I wish it stays like this all year long. But we get a lot of rain, we get a lot of snow, and sometimes we only enjoy about probably good 40-50 days of good summer like this, and the other days it's always either raining or we get snow sometimes. About 2 hours away from here, Another location, they actually got hit with the snow. Even in a month of, we're coming around the corner of May. Where are you? I'm in BC right now. Beautiful place. Can you tell me about how to heal leaky gut? Leaky gut is all in the food you consume, and it's based on how much salt you consume, how much digestive enzymes your body is actually being activated, how's your pH level. There's a lot of different things we have to look into. I'm in Canada. Can L-carnitine be taken with L-carnosine? Yeah, you can take them together. I take them together. There's no issues. Sometimes I take the L-carnitine on an empty stomach. Then I take the L-carnosine pretty much with food, but you can take them together. They're both amino acids. I don't think they actually have any. I gotta see if there's any synergistic effect between the two, if combined. I'll have to read up some scientific literature on that. I haven't seen any or come across. I take the L-carnitine, I take it in a liposomal, and the L-carnosine, I take it in a capsule form. Maurice, are you Lebanese? Yes, I am. Hi, what supplements do you recommend to help lower blood pressure? Uh, it's not just a single supplement, and it's not just a supplement that you take and you can actually help blood pressure. You can take any supplements out there and you can actually, help blood pressure, but you're never gonna fix the root cause. The root cause is usually happens from within your biomarkers. So we'll actually have to check a few biomarkers and we can actually address them. So you have two options. You can download my ebook on blood pressure, and I'll actually guide you through everything step by step. Or you can book a time with me and I can give you a full protocol and I can walk you through everything. Can low potassium and sodium cause leaky gut? This is a good question. Can low potassium and sodium cause leaky gut? We do need the sodium to actually help with the hydrochloric acid in the gut. Would it cause leaky gut? No. Leaky gut usually happens because of, certain foods we eat that were actually damaging and overrunning our pancreas and damaging many things in our gut. So I don't think it's related to potassium and sodium. I don't think it's related directly. Maybe indirectly, yeah, but not directly. Leaky gut is usually, loss of digestive enzyme, loss of hydrochloric acid, you're being resistant, insulin resistance. There's so many things. Eating grains, eating a lot of anti-nutrients that's actually affecting the gut. So there's a lot of things could be in regards to that. Angel Demon, how are you? Have you ever been able to help with prurigo nodularis or other long-term eczema? With the eczema, usually anything to do with hormonal foods we actually remove from the diet, specifically dairy and eggs, and sometimes fish. What are your thoughts on creatine supplements? I take creatine daily, and it's not just so much for muscle building, it's more for cognition, especially the days I don't sleep good. I do a front load of 20 grams as soon as I wake up. Thoughts on ivermectin? I have 6 people using ivermectin with fenbendazole and a specific protocol they follow for cancer. But other than that, you can also take ivermectin, which is I have some, I give some to Duke. I take some if think I'm gonna get sick or I catch something. It's 100% safe. I usually like to get the form that they sell for horses because it's probably much better than any other brand. What country are you in? I'm in Canada. What happens if somebody eats bones? What's gonna happen? Nothing. I eat bones when I do bone broth. And when I make the bone broth, I actually let it cook for about 6 to 8 hours so the bones are almost say just break in your hand. And that's good quality calcium. That's how you can get your bone meal calcium and phosphorus. As long as you have enough magnesium in your body, it will actually continue regulating your calcium correctly. How much protein do bones have? I don't know. I'll have to look into it. I don't have that at top of my head. I've had very low stomach acid and chronically low sodium. When I take extra salt, I feel more acidic. Well, the sodium is what actually activates your hydrochloric acid in the gut, and actually sodium will help with the pH level of 1.5 to 2.5. But your front load sodium is being deficient. So as soon as you wake up, you should be taking 1/4 teaspoon in the morning. I've used ivermectin 3 years ago with success. That's awesome. I'm sick, but I don't know which sickness it is. Can I explain you a symptom? You can tell me which sickness do I have. It depends how sick in what way. Yeah, give me an explanation just so I can get an idea. Was taking ivermectin. Can you send you to the hospital if you have cancer but related to hospital? Thinking of taking ivermectin for severe skin condition I suffer with. You can try it. What is ivermectin? Antiparasitic. You want to try it? Go, give it a shot. See what happens. But skin condition is coming from your gut. Anything externally in your skin happens internally inside your gut. My pleasure having here. So informative and educational content. Much obliged. I'm off. Cheers, Branston. What kind of salt do you use? I use Himalayan salt, sea salt. I use Celtic salt. I'm getting some new salt from here locally from Vancouver. When I get it next week, I'll share it with you guys. It's going to be a flaky sea salt. Looking forward to it. Hi, I got here late. Where's Duke? Blaze, there's Duke. He's sitting right there. Do you see him? He's here with us. Is there anything that can be done from diet perspective for calcific tendonitis in the shoulder? You can do borax. Did 16 weeks ivermectin and lemon water. Feel amazing. White worms came out. Nice. Eggs okay to eat? 100% they are. If I tell up a lot, if I tell up a lot and I cannot move, my whole body hurts and my head hurts a lot, and tell about them if I try to eat. Have you done any fasting yet? Eggs are okay to eat, yes. What does a consultation look like? Will there be order for blood labs? There'll be everything. There'll be everything in a consultation. What can we squeeze in a full hour? You'll get the full information. We talk about your diet, we talk about supplementation, we talk about your medications, we talk about blood work, biomarkers. I'll guide you through everything. If you book a 30-minute, make sure you have a pen ready. If you book for an hour, I'll send you a protocol. Iron treatment for low iron in older men. It's not about low iron. It's you're deficient in vitamin A, retinol. Diatomaxis Earth is the way to go for skin issues. Yeah, you can use that. DMSO and stuff. So there's no higher dose limit of K2 to be concerned about at all, Maurice. I'm not really worried about K2. Your body has a very tight regulation. I've done 10,000 micrograms of MK7. I've done 45,000 micrograms of MK4. There's, if you want to get to the root cause and if you want to go after your carotid arteries, you want to be taking like a high dose, not the bullshit dose that people talk about. Oh, take 100 micrograms or 200 micrograms and help with carotid arteries. Or no, it doesn't. That's like you're not even scratching the surface. If you take that amount, it's going to probably take you 10 years. But in that 10 years, you can probably accumulate so much progression. You want to address the root cause, you got to take like high dose. We're talking 500, we're talking 1,000, we're talking 10,000 micrograms. That's the only way you can actually address it. There's even a company, Life Extension, they even sell 45,000 micrograms of MK4. The problem is with MK4 has only a 4-hour life expectancy, while the MK7 has a 72-hour. So I'd rather go with the MK7. Yeah, low testosterone does cause AFib, yes, because it's interconnected with your nitric oxide production and magnesium. No, I was holding, great information, thank you. No, I was holding, just doing my normal stuff, going to my work, doing my job, and then suddenly I had a headache and I had to go vomit. Obviously, you got some kind of parasite or something going on in your diet, and if it's ongoing basis. K2 MK7 capsule, but powder form. Right now, it has to be with MCT. It has to be with MCT as a driver. If it does not have MCT, you're not really gonna get the proper benefit. I take a local company here in Canada. It's called Campriv. I wish they can ship to the USA. They actually make MK7 because MK7 comes from NATO from NATO, like the Japanese fermented NATO. And usually, it's actually when it's extracted in a liquid form. Hemorrhoid fixes. I'm trying to think at the top of my head. There's two main ingredients. I think I wrote an article on it. It's quercetin and something else to strengthen your veins because your endings of your nerves are actually are short, and sometimes that happens because your blood is too thin. So the one from Now Foods on your website isn't that one? Well, it is good. You just have to add MCT with it. So when you take it, well, if you're gonna take it, technically you have to take it with your last meal of the day, right? So make sure that last meal of the day has MCT oil, coconut oil, or olive oil in your diet. So make sure you have at least 1 or 2 tablespoons, let's say, of coconut oil or a quarter teaspoon of MCT oil, for example, when you take it. Then it's gonna actually be good. Anything for overactive bladder and prostate health? Overactive bladder, that usually happens from your kidneys or probably your insulin resistance that is making you urinate more often. I would actually take NMN and TMG. Your place is nicer than Paul Saladino's place. Um, he done a tour of his place. I prefer yours. Sounds good. Paul Saladino, I think, he lives in Costa Rica. I live in Canada. He has some nice weather up there, probably all year long with the beach and everything. Mine is just I like the mountain more than I like the beach, to be honest with you. It's just you constantly get this fresh, refreshing air every morning. Like even now, it's super refreshing. You can actually sit here and breathe for hours. I cannot go to school because I am sick. I am sick when I want to go to school, but I'm super sick. You have to start doing fasting. Give your gut a break. My job is mechanic. Work in. I am 16. I help with everything. I work on motorbikes. I would start taking a break. Do like an elimination diet. Remove everything from your diet and stick to a single ingredient. Yes, he lives in Costa Rica. I like Canada. I think Costa Rica, the weather could be like hot all year long. I don't know if it's humid or not. If it is a humid, I cannot really live by the beach. It'll be like, depressing after a while. I like the refreshing of the air. Like you can actually go outside and still feel refreshed. Don't get me wrong, it does get quite hot here in the summer, like July or so, July, August, but it's only like a couple days. But other than that, if I want to go down to the water, I'll go down and it'll be amazing. No menstruation. I am on a diet and I'm trying to lose weight. I exercise a lot, and I do on it set up 100 jumping jacks. It's not about, dieting. It's not about exercising. It's about fasting. Give your body a break. How do you afford carnivore diet? Meat is so high, especially for family. Jeanette, if you're only eating carnivore, like if you're only eating meat, and you're not spending money on accessorizing your meat. But what I mean by accessorizing your meat, like putting peppers and sauces and additional sides and all that stuff, then anybody can survive on carnivore because you are satiated. You might eat one meal or you might eat 2 meals a day and you're feeling satiated. So 3 days a week, I fast about 22, 23 hours. So technically, I only have one meal a day. And the other 4 days, I would have 2 meals a day. So that's how I usually do it. Do I eat tofu? No. I don't eat any of that stuff. So I only eat meat, eggs. I stopped eating cheeses recently. I found that it's just causing more of a skin issue more than anything. So just meat and eggs. I tried to kind of get as much organs as I could. Saladino has more food trees than Maurice. Last year, I only had 1 cup of wild blueberries That's it. This year, I planted about 3 plants of blueberries because I was taking from the wild blueberries and trying to plant them. So I don't know how much I'm gonna get this year actually. And it's funny, here in Canada, the only time I can actually have blueberries would be like in a month of July. I would actually have like maybe 1 cup, and that's it. Apples, I didn't eat any apples last year. I didn't eat nothing else last year. So that's all I had for fruits. So I was living on a lot of organs more than anything. And here in the season I'm at, we can't really grow a whole lot of fruits as much. Saladino he probably does have a lot of fruit trees. I would love to actually have cherries. I have a cherry tree. I would love to have cherries and blueberries. These would be my two favorite. I've been on carnivore pretty much my whole life. Some keto, gluten free. That's awesome. Some awesome. Keep it up. Don't change. What your thoughts on fermented vegetables? You could, if you actually got the right bacteria and everything, should be fine. Like sauerkraut would be great. I like making my own kefir if I can get some raw goat milk. I haven't done it for 2.5 years now. I used to do it when I was in the city. Here I'm trying to actually find somebody who has goats so I can get fresh milk. If not, then I'm gonna actually probably down the road, I don't know, this year, maybe next year, buy a couple goats. I think it's okay to have cheese, but far away from main meals, like small snacks, so it gets digested well and not cause issues. It's not so much about causing the issues. Cheeses are more of a hormonal food, and sometimes they tend to cause issues with the skin, such as eczema or psoriasis or other things. That's the only reason. Digestion is fine. I can digest it fine. It's just it causes certain bacteria, and the only reason that happens because when they're fermenting or they're making the cheeses, the source, if it's not clean, it could actually affect you internally. No menstruation in a few months. Any tips to bring it back? Look up your diet, reduce your sugar intake, become more insulin sensitive. It's going to be a contest between Maurice and Saladino. Sounds good. Sounds good. I think if I can have about 600 pounds of meat in my freezers and have about 100 pounds of liver and heart, that's all I care for organs. That's all I care for food, and I'll be like the happiest person. Yes, because the casein chelated to important nutrients like B12, iron, B6. 100%. 100%. Slow absorbing too. If I ever want to eat cheese, I would actually have it with last meal of the day because the casein milk, usually it is good to actually consume it at night because it is a slow absorbing. Wait, why don't you eat much fruit? I eat whatever is in season. And here my season is very short and I don't get much. I don't get much at all. Kefir is great, 100%. Yes. Hi, Maurice. How are you? Is it true the coenzyme Q10 can cause clots in the blood? I don't think so. If anything is going to strengthen your heart and increase your ejection fraction, I cannot see it causing a clot. Clots or proteins usually happen from overeating or fibrin and other things. Can you speak about methylfolate, please? Why it's needed? Methylfolate is needed mostly for people that actually have the MTHFR gene mutation. Now, if you don't want to do mutation testing, which I think is a waste of money, just get a standard blood homocysteine level. You need it to actually help with the methylation, so you can actually methylate from homocysteine to methionine. Pain in my right heel when I first step on it after sitting. Lack of blood flow, possibly? Yes, because, yes, you saved me once. You saved me once. How did I save you? Tell me the story. Hi, Duke. Hey, where's Duke? You guys see him? He's right beside me. He never leaves my sight. He knows we're talking about him. Twice? That's good. Which creatine is best for training? Which creatine? Just pure creatine. I like to actually, to be honest with you guys, I've tried 4 different brands of creatine, and I like All Max. It's funny, you take the All Max scoop, and you take the other third-party company's scoop. Their scoop is almost twice the size of All Max, and they're both 5 grams, because by volume and everything. So I like All Max creatine. I will never change. I've tried like so many different brands in the past 2 years, and All Max has been my favorite. And I usually mix it with warm water. Well, first time I took 1 gram of niacin, 1 gram, and I freaked out. And you gave me advice how to manage it to not become undermethylated. 100%. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's good to hear. I was given folic acid by doctor, but I'm taking methylfolate instead. Is that good? Yeah, 100%. The folic acid is more synthetic. And second time about magnesium type caused my heart palpitation. Yes, I remember. Thanks so much for sharing that, and I hope everybody can realize that there's a lot of things, a lot of stuff misunderstood out there, and I think it's all about educating everybody on a lot of the stuff. And to be honest with you, like I read so much, I search so much, I sit hours and hours and hours to write certain things, and there's a lot of misinformation out there. I'm going to make an appointment to increase energy. I have zero. Lol. I'll help you with that. 100%. 100%. I'll help you with that. Thank you for the answer, but can produce paraproteins, can make the lymphocytes go up slightly. You're the best, brother. Thank you. Okay, we're going to stay for 3 more minutes. Then I'm gonna have to get going because I have to train Duke before his meal. I have to get him tired. I'm taking taurine for some time. I'm thinking of any positives. I hope it's making some. Well, taurine, antiplatelet, it preserves the electrolytes at the heart tissue at the cellular level. It helps magnesium uptake correctly, and it prevents your heart from actually becoming depleted from any electrolytes. So it prevents it from spasm. And it actually keep in mind 3 things. When you lose your vision, when you have a heart attack, or when you have cognitive decline, they all are taurine deficient, hands down. So you want to actually enhance your vision, you want to enhance your cognition, and you want to actually strengthen your heart, you have to be taking taurine. I give taurine even to Duke, about 3,000 to 6,000 milligrams daily. So it's very, very important. How to raise ferritin levels? Vitamin A. How much is too much and too low for daily salt intake? I take anywhere between 7 to 12 grams daily. So you have to kind of decide on that. So as soon as I wake up, I take a half a teaspoon, and every 4 hours, I take another half a teaspoon to a quarter teaspoon salt directly. Sometimes I can reach up to like 12 grams, sometimes more, sometimes less. I just ordered the All Max Creatine on Amazon. Thank you for the suggestion. Cheers, Christina. Let me know how you like it. Make sure you mix it with warm water so you can dissolve the crystals. How many supplements do you take? I take few because due to my issue with my heart. So obviously no one else is going to be taking the same supplement as I take, because everybody has a specific issue they're trying to fix. Would you say nitric oxide is the best for cleaning arteries? I've been taking nitric oxide, which is nitrate, that converts to nitric oxide for 10 years now. I will never stop. I will never stop. I will continue taking it because it does have EPC's activation. So it can actually help vasodilate, and it can help actually repair damaged arterial system. I will never stop. What? I got something to confirm. Which of these objects is covered in wool? What the hell? This is new. How can I book an appointment with you? If you click on my picture profile on the top left, it's going to take you to my main TikTok page. And under my picture, there's a website. If you go there, then you can actually book a time. Hi, Maurice. How long does it take to notice if magnesium works? within at least probably 7 to 10 days. And once your body start to kind of saturate correctly, well, actually you start to notice a lot of things are feeling better overall, especially anxiety, sleep, all that stuff, stiffness, everything. Watching from UK, cheers to that. It's probably it's nighttime for you guys, or early morning. Would you say nitric oxide? Thank you. Any point taking NAC? Yeah, NAC has a lot of potential. Heavy detoxifier, good to actually with the arterial system, good to fire off issues, good for your liver where it actually converts to glutathione with other amino acids. It's probably one of my favorite supplement, and unfortunately I left it out in the city. I take about 1200 milligrams 3 times a day, 3 days on, 2 days off. You have to take it on an empty stomach. NAC is one of my favorite. Just I gotta buy some more actually, since I left it in the city. Do you take NMN? What form? Yes, I do take NMN every single morning with nitric oxide as soon as I wake up. The NMN I get it from Australia. I have it on my website. If you guys check it out, you get 20% off, and you're gonna support my channel as well too. But it's coming directly from Australia. Nighttime in the UK, yeah, it's probably like what? It's 3 o'clock here, so it's about I don't know, midnight maybe in UK right now, or 11 a.m. 11 p.m. Watching from Australia. Hey Nadia, how are you? Okay, we'll see another 23:07 p.m. midnight. Yes, 11 o'clock, 11 p.m. I'm good. What is nitric oxide? A pure supplement. So nitrate. When you take nitrate, it converts into your body to nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is what vasodilates your arteries to prevent strokes, heart attacks, prevents calcifications, a lot of these things. So nitric oxide, when we hit over the age of 40, we lose about 50% production of it. 5 p.m. in Texas. Oh, so you guys are 2 hours ahead of me. Yes, about 3 p.m. here. About 4 p.m., that's when I feed Duke. You get 1 pound of red meat. He gets 1 egg. And he always like to have 1 carrot at the end so he can clean his teeth. Right, Dookie? Allah will play. Okay, 5 more minutes, guys. I gotta go play with Duke before I feed him. Any recommendation on integrative cardiologist based in New York? If you need something in specific, I can help you and I can give you directions. Duke eats like a king. He has to. He hasn't. He's been eating raw every single day. So he usually sometimes has 1 meal, like me, or sometimes he has 2 meals. So his 2 meals are. So his first meal is only gonna be 3 eggs with about 3 grams of taurine. His second meal is gonna be 1 pound of red meat with 1 egg, and after he's done, he has to have his 1 carrot. So you have to go buy him a freaking carrot bag of 5 pounds, roughly 3 pounds every week, and he gets 1 carrot so he can clean his teeth. My cats too, they love beef. Oh, it's a natural food for them. Did I spell it correctly for the I? Taurine, Taurine. It is on my website. Beautiful dog. Thank you, Christina. Oh, there's a bird again. Shoot. I wish I can actually catch him on video. You got it, Taurine. Thanks so much for putting that out there. Puerto Rican from boy called fresh sometimes. Didug? What happens to the body when you have a clot in the heart? Well, you can pretty much, what's gonna happen? You can actually have a heart attack. You can actually get numbness. You get major pain in your mid back and mid chest. You can get tightness in your jaw. You can get major headaches, stiffness in the neck, stiffness in the shoulder blades. It could happen anywhere. There's actually anti-clot dissolvent that they use in the hospital, or if you take neurokinase, just the thing is it does not work as fast. That's why nitroglycerin, where it's made from nitrate to actually vasodilate the artery, so it allows the clot to kind of bypass. Is taking vitamin D 15K good? I take 5K normally. Yeah, 15K is good. Make sure you never pass 80 nanograms per deciliter for your blood work. Thank you very much. Is your NMN powder or liposomal? It is powder, capsule. Tips for brain aneurysm, nitric oxide as a start. What is best for libido? Nitric oxide. Vasodilate your arteries, you can actually increase your libido, increase your blood flow, increase your testosterone, all that stuff. I'm telling you, nitric oxide has a lot of things, a lot of wonderful things, because once we hit over the age of 40, and some of us even earlier, we lose about 50% of it. So we need it. That's like one supplement no one should ever stop from taking. Everybody needs it. Okay, guys, I do have to get going. I gotta play with Duke for an hour before I actually feed him, or else he won't eat properly. Will I need TRT replacement? No, TRT replacement is a waste of money. You can actually do it naturally, seriously. Cold exposure, isometric exercises, sauna, barefoot, grounding, all these will actually raise your testosterone. You don't need TRT, seriously. Yeah, the only thing is you're gonna notice with TRT is probably an enhanced muscle mass, but you can actually, keep it natural. Eliminate all the food, eliminate all the sugars, make sure you're insulin sensitive, eat a lot of beef, eat a lot of eggs. Make sure you eat eggs at night, not during the daytime, because the egg yolk is full of cholesterol, and the cholesterol is going to increase your testosterone and it's going to increase your energy. So there's a lot of things we can actually do with that. Okay, guys, I do have to get going. The type of nitrates, I have it on my website. Beets are actually full of oxalates. I don't like it. How long do you take grounding? About 10-15 minutes every time. When you on next, maybe I'll try to come tomorrow, guys. I don't know. It depends how my schedule goes. I would love to come every single day for an hour. But maybe I'll try to come in tomorrow. I hope everybody can get a notification. If I'm not too busy, I'll definitely come back. If I'm busy tomorrow, then maybe moving forward down the road, I'll have it set where it's like twice a week. Likewise, Christina, thank you. You guys take care of yourself, and we'll touch base. And hopefully, if I missed any questions, definitely DM. I'm more than happy to respond if I could. In the meantime, you guys take care of yourself, and happy weekend.